sometime in the 40s. 40s, yeah, maybe 40s, late 40s.
How'd you first meet Pete Seeger? Through...
Well, when we had the Red Dust Players in Oklahoma, and he and Woody came through there once, through Oklahoma, and we got to see him there. That's the first time I ever met him. And Woody, that's when Woody wrote all that. I can't do it. Woody wrote the song about Union Maid.
Okay, yes.
There, while he was there. And they sang for the Workers' Alliance, which is the unemployed organization there. And something else. I forgot what they sang. Anyway, I met them. Just met them, that's all. They were just coming through. But when Gordon and I came to New York in '41, the first place I went was to the Almanac House. So,
did you know people there, or did you know anybody there, or you just heard about it, or?
I only knew Pete and Woody.
Oh, okay.
I had met them in Oklahoma.
Oh, but
Okay.
you knew they were there. You had an address for them, and had
Yeah.
befriended
Oh,
them.
okay.
I see.
Okay.
I knew what. I hadn't been to New York during that period, but I had heard all about them from other people who had been here, and so I knew all about them. That's the first place I went when I came here.
And you and Gordon lived there for a time?
Mm-hmm. In that house on West 10th Street.
Right.
Woody, after the Almanac sort of disbanded, Woody lived with Gordon and me on Hudson Street, and Woody was writing his book there.
Okay.
Down at the door, yeah. Yeah, he used to sit there. He had a little room there in our apartment, and he used to peck away there all night on his typewriter, you know, and then he and Gordon would have these long sessions of talking about Oklahoma and their lives in Oklahoma. And Gordon was from a very poverty-stricken rural family there. He practically, by the time he got to be 18 years old, he was earning all the money that was coming in by being a stringer. You know, writing stories for the UP and the AP and all, and sending him in and getting paid 2 cents a word. So they would have these long talk sessions about their Oklahoma experiences, which were quite different. I mean, Woody didn't have this rural, this real farm background like Gordon. So, they'd talk into the night, and then Woody would go in there and peck away on the typewriter the rest of the night. He wrote most of his books during that. And he'd go out on the Staten Island ferry and sing for nickels. Come back with his pockets full of nickels. I went on a few bookings with Woody, just Woody and I, and some more bookings with Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee and myself. We had a few bookings.
And you'd bill yourself as the Almanac Singers?
Right after the Almanac days.
Would people come by the Almanac House regularly just to sing? They hold like rent parties, kind of like what you did in Broadside?
They had in the basement once a week.
Really?
Yeah, for a long while there. Yeah, in that house on West 10th Street, they had the hootenannies in the basement, and then from there they moved to a second floor place on 6th Avenue there, 6th Avenue and East 12th Street, something like that, or East 13th Street. I mean, West Street. And they had, it was a big hall right next door that opened off of our apartment. It was a big hall they rented out for various theatrical productions and so on. So we went on having the hootenannies in there then, in that hall.
Once a week?
Once a week.
How many people would come?
Oh, from 30 to 60, something like that.
Was the purpose just to play, or was it to raise money, or to live?
Well, they had to pay an admission, 25 or 30 cents, something like that. Yeah. They would pay the money. And it was more money then than it is now. But it was, we had to raise money somehow, because the bookings that we went on didn't pay very much.
I see.
Paid very little, because they were all unions, poor, struggling unions, and various organizations that were struggling to raise money for themselves. So we didn't get paid very much. We'd always get paid a little bit, something enough so that we barely survived.
And as People's Artists formed, you were on their roster as a musician?
Well, I didn't get to be very active in People's Artists and People's Songs, because I already had the,
The chill.
First I had just one kid, Aggie, and then I had another kid, and Gordon was blacklisted, and he had to just take these crummy jobs too, and so I didn't get to be very active. I sang in a few of their things, but I never got hardly any paid bookings at all from there. Just 2 or 3 were in that whole thing. Bookings where I got paid. I sang on a lot of benefits. Benefits for, for the Wallace campaign. I used to sing for them, and some little unions around. I sang just for nothing, for supper. Sing for supper.
It's amazing, actually. We should
Well, it's been a very
let you go.
interesting session.
It's
Thank